In this video, we're going to show you all the steps you need to perform in order to get up and running with MetaLocator. If you already have an account, go ahead and log in. You can log in at www.metalocator.com, and you can also create a free trial account. In this example, we'll be creating a free trial account. I'll click Sign Up, enter in my first and last name, email address, password, and click to agree to the terms and conditions. The first step in the process with MetaLocator is to add some data. In this example, we're going to build a store locator, and so our data is going to be a list of locations. I'll click Continue to get started. To add our data, we can either upload it in bulk, we can load sample data if we're not ready yet, we can enter locations one by one, or we can import data from Google, Salesforce, or via SFTP. In this example, we'll be importing a spreadsheet of locations. A spreadsheet looks like this, where each row in the spreadsheet is an individual location. It has columns like name, address, city, state, and so forth. We'll go ahead and import this data by clicking Upload a CSV. We're going to choose the file we were just looking at from our computer. And the system will attempt to identify all the columns in our spreadsheet. Note that it found one column that it didn't recognize. We can uncheck this box to see all the columns that it did recognize. We can see that name is mapped to name, address is mapped to address, and so forth. However, out to the right, the system does not know what to do with the favorite color field. In this example, we're going to allow it to create it as a custom field. We could also choose to ignore this column or attempt to map it to one of the existing MetaLocator system columns. I'll leave all the options as they were and just click Next. In this example, we're going to add the data that we're importing to any existing data we may have had already in MetaLocator. If we wanted to replace all the data, we could choose Replace. In this example, we're just going to choose Add. Click Finish to import your data. MetaLocator noticed that we imported location data and some of it does not have latitude and longitude. I'll click Continue to start the geocoding process. The geocoding screen will show us all the locations that need to be geocoded. Click Start Geocoding to get started. You'll notice that MetaLocator will analyze the address data provided and assign a latitude longitude to each location in the database. Once it's done, it'll let us know, and we click OK to continue. The next step in the process is to create an interface. An interface is what will eventually live on your website, and it's what your customers will see when they go to your website. There are a number of pre-configured interfaces ready for your use. In this example, we're going to be choosing the Sleek Design template. Generally speaking, newer templates are toward the top of the list. Most of MetaLocator's options are at the interface level, and there's about 350 options in total. Before we make any modifications to this interface, we're just going to click Preview to see what MetaLocator has created. This is a fully functional store locator and it shows all of our locations. We can search by postal code and we can deploy this to our website. In this example, we're going to change the style and colors to match a pink aesthetic. And so let's switch back to the interface editor. The first thing I'm going to do is change the map marker from this default blue color to a pink color. I'll go under Map Settings and under Default Map Marker, I'm going to browse the gallery of MetaLocator provided category icons. I'll choose a pink icon, or I could even upload my own. We'll save this, and we'll reload our preview just to see what's changed. Notice now that the map markers are all pink. Let's change the rest of the colors to match our pink aesthetic. I can do that by going down to Style and Color Settings, and I'll change all these colors to a variation of a nice pink aesthetic. Click Save and Preview. Now you can see our locations are a nice pink color. That's the extent of the modification that I'm going to make in this demonstration. Feel free to explore the options. And if you have any questions, reach out to support, which always lives down here in the lower right. I'm going to click Save and Close to continue. And the final step in this process is to install it on my website. The process is different based on the type of website that you have, but the concepts are always the same. Click Install next to the interface that you want to add to your website. MetaLocator will ask you for a host name, which you can type in your brand name. Make sure it's available, and click Save and Continue. The last step in the process is to copy the code and paste it to your website. That process is going to differ based on the type of website editing tool you might have. Most customers create an empty page and copy and paste this code right into the body of that empty page. Once that process is complete, MetaLocator will either detect it or you can click Ignore to continue. When you're done, you can close this wizard and the system is ready to receive activity. As people search your store locator or your interface, that activity will appear in the conversion report. Right now, nothing's happened yet, so it's empty. That concludes the Getting Started video. Let us know if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out to the help desk. We'll be here to help. Thanks.